How are y'all making over 10K monthly? Honestly, I don't even care how y'all do it, just put me on LOL. Any tips and tricks that you use will be very much appreciated. I feel you on wanting to crack the code to that 10K/month club. Honestly, it's all about finding what you're passionate about and figuring out how to turn it into a side hustle or business. Some folks dive into freelancing, others explore online gigs, and some start small businesses. It's a mix of hard work, networking, and a sprinkle of luck. Take a look at your skills, interests, and see if there's a market for it. Also, being consistent and adaptable helps a ton. Don't hesitate to take a few risks and learn along the way. I did 6 years enlisted in the military working on highly specialized radar equipment. Got injured and rated 70% disability. Then I got out and did that work as a civilian for a year. Said fuck it and switched fields into PLC controls and automation. Applied to an entry-level controls job for $31 an hour. Did that for 2 years until I had enough experience working with manufacturing/shipping automation equipment until I could pass an interview to manage overall robotic systems and schedule maintenance. I chose a marketable degree, worked hard, got promoted, and yeah, anybody can do it, blue collar or white. I wasn't a great student in high school and don't come from money, but I buckled down in college and it worked out from there. Graduated with $45,000 in student loan debt, but luckily I picked a good field and paid those off as quickly as possible after graduation. I work in biomed engineering under a device manufacturer servicing a customer base within a region around my home. I average about 55 to 65 hours a week, but I clock in when I open my laptop in the morning and clock out when I'm back home and paperwork is done, so I don't really feel the OT as much. I see my manager maybe once a quarter and I mostly schedule my day on my own. They provide a Ford Explorer for a company vehicle approved for personal use, cover expenses for tools and travel, and an iPhone. Boss lets us expense happy hour a couple times a month. Pulled in $140K in 2023. I own 2 businesses with plans to start a third later this year. Mobile car detailing and real estate cleaning services are my current businesses. It's been very difficult to get to where I am, but it was worth it. I have been in your shoes before wondering how people make a lot of money. My advice is do what makes you feel satisfied in life and try and monetize that thing. I love cars, so I started to clean them for a living. I was a pipe welder, structural welder, and millwright. 84-hour weeks, 1 to 12-month jobs. Hard life. You will probably have no wife at that time and many girlfriends. I'm 40 now, last Saturday. I stopped working on the road, opened a smoke shop at 32, 2 years later than I wanted. Now I have a design patent for a product I filed myself for the industry, smoke shop, rentals, brand, and just got my real estate license. So I guess moral of the story is, don't let anyone tell you it's easy. It's only easy if handed down. I worked my ass off since I have been 8 in and out of school for summer. Work smart, work hard and work right. Leave all the dead weight and do you. I am in sales, which I recommend for all. Learn how to sell the right way, find a company that will support your growth, and you'll do well. I average 25-30K/month now, expect to start pushing 35-40K month in the next few years. Not me but my uncle, and I'm following in his footsteps. Got a bachelor's in cybersecurity and some finance stuff along the way, went to work for a company that does banks account security. When he was there for a few years they told him they would pay for his master's. Now he's making a ridiculous amount at the same company and he's only 40-ish. The caveat is he's constantly working. Recently on Christmas he spent half the time on his laptop. Currently senior director level IC working in the high-performance compute industry making $35,000 base per month pre-tax and average $1 million stock per year. Started off at $20 per hour doing tech support 15 years ago. Have a degree in applied math, no further formal education. Took me 15 years of only working plus sleep for 5 days a week and study/research 12 plus hours on the weekends. I'm sure there are other ways to achieve this level, but this is what it took me. As someone mentioned earlier, get your foot in the door and work your ass off towards getting into the lucrative side of tech. Don't be afraid to take risks and switch companies. Personally, I sell most of my waking hours and happiness to a biotech to manage a small group of people. In reality though, I don't manage anything, because the group is understaffed. Mostly, I just stamp out small fires before they turns into infernos. Start with 9 to 5, and I also identified a need for a service in the community I live in and started a business. Also, when I was younger I did bartending. Nowadays I know a couple people who own a bar and run a wedding venue. I'll also scoop up a weekend 200-person wedding or event if I'm looking for quick cash. I make about that much most months. Give or take. Outside salesman for a lumberyard. I have builders assigned to me and I do material takeoffs from blueprints and meet with customers, order product, etc. I work on commission. Only make like $20,000 a year on salary, but I make another $100 kish from my commission. I have a degree, but I didn't need it to get this job. Go figure, LOL. I only do it for half of a year because the work demands a lot out of me, but I work in Alaska at the source of the world's highest quality salmon. Got lucky they stuck me there because finding a fishing job in Alaska is like throwing a dart at a board. You can easily get stuck in a shitty plant making $4 grand a month. I was clearing 3.5K a week at my peak. Taxes humbled my ass down to 10K roughly. Side business I've built for a while. It is in the e-commerce space. My main profession lands me $130K salary, and my side business that I've built up gains me about 10K a month after expenses. Give or take a couple grand. Also time. That's how it happened for me. I did it because I didn't have a retirement plan. So I created one. It took a lot of time, but it worked. Soon planning on outsourcing everything and start my way to retirement. Honestly, it's math, determination, options, opportunity, and how healthy are you? For example, ask yourself how many hours you're really willing to work. And for how long before you burn out. Some do high peaks for 2 weeks, then regular for 1 week, then back. 1 month I cleared 17K, but I also stayed awake 3 days in a row working literally non-stop, Thursdays, Friday, Saturday each week of that month. I'm a medical courier and had back-to-back jobs. Money was too good to say no and needed it for family. So I think any young man can work 12 hours a day if it's worthwhile. You need at least 1 day off for rest or you'll burn out. That's 6 times 12, which is 72 hours of work a week. Now, whatever area of work you choose, if you honestly commit to working as hard as you can, not for others, not for the pay, but to your own standards, always being grateful, never complaining, but not being a pushover, and always being punctual, you will inevitably get more opportunities over time. Right time, right place, luck is being prepared for opportunity. Find clever ways to maximize your daily and hourly incomes. At one point in life, about 7 years ago, I had 4 jobs. 2 36-hours-a-week jobs at casinos that wouldn't give me full time yet, a 14-week-an-hour Papa John's delivery job and a 40-hours-a-week security job. The casino jobs were same company, diff properties, and I could walk to my next job, My bosses/management knew each other. The Papa John's was in the richest neighborhood in our city and was just delivering pizza. Easy fun TBH. The security job was at a high-end hotel during night shift and I slept 6.5 hours every single night LMAO. I got the job specifically to be paid to sleep. I recommend high-tech jobs for short-term income to establish yourself. In the background, work on marketable skills that are in demand. I rented a 3-bedroom for $800 and rented 2 rooms to my friends at $500 a pop and profited. I charged my GF 50/50 on bills at the same time. I'm a hustler, LOL. I came from nothing and had a record, so I did what I had to. Once I established myself, I had enough confidence to pursue better opportunities. Think outside the box, work hard, hustle. Play to win. Don't trust anyone, especially yourself. I sell bed linen, bath linen, and table linen to luxury boutique hotels. My territory is the East Coast and salary is $80K with $10K guaranteed bonus paid quarterly. Then I have a coffee distribution company with my family which brought in $4K last month gross profit, but we just started 2 months ago. I also play poker 3 nights a week, average 3,200 prof a month, and I trade crypto. Before all this, I just sold massive amounts of the good green stuff, which gave me an average of 30K profit a month, but came into really close trouble with the law one too many times, so I got out of it. Mid-career path in supply chain. Something that goes under the radar and most schools don't have a degree for, but there are some serious certifications. The pipeline goes like this: stock boy, material handler, then either go into purchasing/inventory associate/inventory control. After that, you start to work your way up to warehouse supervisor or manager/logistics manager/materials manager. There's so many supply chain positions you can end up in. Almost everyone starts at warehouse associate or material handler and it just branches like crazy from there. Like I said, can be very niche and pay can be very good. The end point is like supply chain director, where you can make 200K plus a year at a place like Amazon. Materials managers are in the 90-150K range. I do nuclear engineering. It can be boring and I'm not really home as much as I'd like to be, First year out I did around 12K a month, which is pretty standard with private/government contracts, and now I'm up to 20-21K after more certs. It's really all about the industry you go in. Look if there's money in a niche that you are interested in and make up your decisions. Thanks for watching and being on the road to Reddit Millionaire with us. So, do you yet make 10K a month? Let us know. Until next one.